Lolo, turn that up, hey. Mook got the keys jumping.
YouTube, hey, hello, how you doing? I go by the name of Mike T, and today we have a brand new unboxing for you. Now something just hit the doorstep, so let's go ahead and dive in and see what we picked up. So today we have an Adidas Yeezy 700 V3, thanks to Adidas exclusive access. Now taking a look at the shoe, as you can see, it's something a little bit futuristic that Kanye did with the 700 V3 model. Similar to the shape down here, you can see this is a pretty thick, chunky midsole that you have here in like a dark cream color, and that goes all the way around the shoe. And right above that, we have this plastic cage in almost like an eggshell off-white color. And right underneath that, you have hits of this yellow goldish color that's kind of more of like a pollen down here on the toward the toe box. And it goes up into more of like a mustard yellow as you get higher on here on this little arc. And on the tongue, it's more of like a booty sock-like, which is kind of narrow. So if you're a wide footer, this might not be the model for you. And if it is something that you want to pick up, you may want to go at least a half a size, maybe a full size. I'm usually a 10 and a half in Adidas Yeezy 350s, and so for these I had to go an extra half size up, so I went with an 11 in these because it gets a little cramped up here in the toes. So with that extra half size, it definitely is needed in this model right here. And it also contains this lacing system. It's called the Infinity lacing system. It's actually just I guess it's clasped together up here. And it does come with an extra set of laces here, the normal kind if you want, but in order to get that, you're gonna basically have to cut these off, and these will be no good. So that's just something that you're gonna have to decide if you want to do or not. But to me, this is fine. You know, the lacings don't get undone, and they just don't get in the way. So this is something that you can just slip on and be on the go. And if you want to tighten it up, you can just give it a little pull up here. It also features this 3M. I guess you can see it right there. It also features these 3M hits right here, as you can see on each side. Just something subtle, but adds a little pop, you know, in the right lighting. Another thing that I like on this shoe is very, very minimal branding. The only branding you have here is on the Adidas on the back, and also the Adidas Yeezy that you can see inside the shoe. And also it adds a little bit of this little window unit right here adds a little bit of ventilation to the shoe, so you're not gonna get, you know, hot feet or sweaty feet in these. So that's also a plus sign. But this is just something that people are really into or really not into. You either love it or you hate it. The Yeezy 700 is one of my favorite lines, mainly the V1s. Again, this is a V3. It's just something sleek. It's something new, like it's something fresh. Instead of having the same old sneakers over and over again, you know, it's just something new to add to your collection. This is actually the third one that I picked up. I actually got Adidas exclusive access last Thursday on the 22nd. So this is one that was actually reselling for quite a bit at the time. It was about $350. These retail for about $200, $212 after taxes here in Texas. And yeah, so resale crept up to about $350. It was one of those that kind of resembled the first version of the V3 700, which was the Azael. So again, this is just something that I could definitely see you rocking more so like in the fall time with just the way the colors are. It's just something that goes with fall, like, you know, September, Halloween, around those months. But yeah, it's just something that's kind of out there, but at the same time it's kind of subtle. You know, it's futuristic, but it's not like so loud or in your face with a lot of these other colors that can be. And the one that I have that's closest to this version is the Kyanite. It basically looked like the same colors, minus the cage on this one is more of like an eggshell white, whereas this one is more of a cream all the way around. But basically the midsole are almost the same. This one's probably like a shade or two darker than this midsole, but everything else is pretty much the same minus the colors, the little the wave colors, I guess you would call it. So you let me know down below which one is your favorite out of the two. Another feature that they both have is they both glow in the dark. This is the Yeezy 700 V3 Safflower, and this is the Kyanite. The Kyanite actually glows a lot harder than the Safflower. Go ahead and get that black light hits on it. And as you can tell, I'm doing this about the same amount of time on each shoe, but you can definitely tell the difference. This one is barely, it's not even showing up on camera, and this one is showing up a lot more. I'm gonna get it a little bit better. Alright, do that for about 10 or 15 seconds, and well, I guess with the lighting, it's not really coming up. But as you can tell, this one, it glows a lot more on the Kyanite, rather this one, Safflower. So again, this one's going to be more subtle, and definitely more of a fall time shoe, and I can definitely see this one being more of a spring, summertime shoe with the colors. But again, Adidas just kind of randomly threw out that exclusive access. So it's kind of like your Nike system. They have their own app, and they use Confirmed app as well for more of the hyped and limited release sneakers. And you could get your points up by completing your profile, watching reviews, submitting surveys, buying products, just simple things like that. They always offer different incentives for you to go on there and check out, you know, and navigate through their apps, try to get you to engage a little bit. And the same thing with Nike, you know, it's all about that exclusive access. It's all about, you know, getting the limited drops, the limited sneakers. So it's just interesting that they did that exclusive access a little bit ahead of Yeezy Day, which Yeezy Day is sometime soon in August. And they're bringing back, you know, some of the more limited, the more hype releases from last year as well, which are the black reflectives, the cloud white reflectives, and I believe the synth reflectives. Now those are the more, anytime Yeezy releases a reflective 350, they usually go up in price as far as resale goes. So if you're looking to make a quick buck or anything like that, which everybody's a reseller these days, definitely look out for Yeezy Day. Or if you just missed out, you know, sometime last year with COVID going on, I know a lot of people were financially struggling a little bit. So if you need that second chance and you want, you know your shot at getting one of those pairs that kind of slip through the cracks or, you know, slip through your fingers or whatever, now's your chance to get it, you know, in August. So be prepared. But again, like I said, Adidas rolled out that exclusive access last week, and they were going in intervals of 30 minutes. Everybody basically had 30 minutes or until the product sold out. I believe I had four shoes that I got exclusive access to, which were the Safflower, I believe it was the Yeezreels, which is the all lime green 350, the 380 Cinders, I believe, or Onyx, I can't remember what name it is. It's the all black version, and another 350, I believe it was the cloud white, maybe, I want to say. I could be wrong, but anyways, there was 4 of them, and the more hyped up and the more resale value one was definitely the Safflower, which is kind of plummeted a little bit as far as resale, because I'm sure a lot of people got that exclusive access. So it dropped down to about 240, 250 range, but still, it's just something that I could use for trade bait, you know, for something that I want, or something that I'm looking for in the future. It's just something that I can have. And basically both of these, I haven't worn these, as you can tell as well. I still have the tags, so I'm still debating if I want to get rid of these. This is the second time I've had this pair, and I do enjoy it. It's just something that I don't see myself wearing too often, and I'm trying to cut back on the amount of sneakers that I keep in my collection. So I'm trying to be a little bit more picky and get things that I really want. So the next ones that are on my list are the Air Jordan 4 Tech White, or White Oreo, however you want to pronounce it, which dropped the day after my birthday, which dropped on Saturday, July 3rd. So definitely those are on my radar, and I'm probably going to use these to either trade for the shoe straight up, or maybe add a little something in the future for a different drop. But yeah, I mean, I just want to have a conversation with you guys. If you know how to get that exclusive access on Adidas, I know they don't do it very often. This is like the second time that I've received it. The way their app is kind of works, there's 4 steps. I'm sorry, level 1 is Challenger, level 2 is Playmaker, level 3 is Game Changer, and 4 is Icon. So level 1, basically you're 0 to 1,000 points to be a Challenger, and you get free delivery, Creators Club, exclusives, hype access, early access. Level 2 is Playmaker. You get special offers, birthday bonus, and Playmaker bonus, and that's 1,000 to 4,000 points. Level 3 is Game Changer, which is what I am currently. You need 4,000 to 12,000 points, and you get early access to products, free personalization on shoes, priority customer service, and Game Changer bonus. And then level 4 is 12,000 points and above, and I believe it's every calendar year. So you get special events, you get high priority access, and you get Icon bonus. So I guess the greater you are in the levels, the more access you get to these things. So again, just gaining points is by buying products, you know, filling out surveys, doing reviews, you know, doing little things on their app. They always have things that you can get 50 points or 100 points here and there. So I mean, every little thing adds up. I believe on my last purchase I got, let's see, over 2,000 points with that. So yeah, like I said, the shoes were $212 after tax, so I got 2,125 points when it was all said and done. So again, just buying those products adds up really quick, you know, especially if it's a Yeezy or, you know, an Ultra Boost or something that's a little bit more up in value. So again, these are just, you know, ways to get more access to those shoes. You know, this is the second time this year that I believe they've done that early exclusive access with Adidas. So let's just, I mean, this could be a preview of how Yeezy Day is going to go. You know, like some of these drops that have been releasing, are they going to release again? You know, and it kind of makes you think, like, some of these products that are supposed to be, you know, super limited or super hyped, and, you know, they've sold out already, and they've sold out twice now. So how many do they actually make at one time? So again, is this just a trick that Adidas does? Like, how many of these do they have in stock? Did they initially sell out the first time? Did they make more? You know, these are just things that I think about, because, you know, the more people want something, people want what you can't have. So whenever it's sold out, of course it's going to drive that demand up. You're going to want people to supply more, you know. But if things were unlimited supply and they're just sitting, people are not going to want something that's just sitting on the shelf. So again, it just drives that supply and demand, and Adidas and Nike are both good at doing that. Obviously, they're both billion-dollar companies, you know, so they know what they're doing. Which makes me think, do they just have some of these sitting in the warehouse? You know, like, do they just plan out ahead, like, hey, let's just throw out this exclusive access and let's just unload some of these? Or how many of these do they still have that they're holding back for Yeezy Day? Like, these are just things that I think about all the time, you know, and not only from Adidas but also Nike as well. Especially one of the main things is, like, every holiday season Jordan releases a Jordan 11, and that's, you know, usually the biggest shoe for Jordan brand of the year. Is one of the Jordan 11s, you know, whatever, you know, whichever year it depends on. There's always a new one that comes out, and it always sells out instantly. But then they slowly, a couple weeks go by, and there's restocks and more restocks and more restocks. So they don't actually sell out at first. So it's just something that you kind of learn whenever you go along with this sneaker game. It's just being patient, not always just, you know, buy or paying top dollar on resale as soon as something comes out, or a week later, you know, once people get the pairs in. Just wait, because sometimes there's a second restock or a third restock. For instance, the most recent one was the Alma Meniere 3s. They dropped initially, and then they dropped again, you know, and the price just plummeted. You know, when they first were reselling for over $1,000. I've seen some from $1,000 to $1,200, and now they're sitting at about $440, $450 range, depending on your size. So again, it's important to just know that patience is key. You know, again, like the story goes with my South Beaches, you know, it took me 10 years, but I eventually got them. Hopefully it won't take you that long, but again, patience is key, and it's just important to just wait and just play it smart, and just make those connections or make those trades, whatever it may be, just to get the resale down. But let me know some of your guys' stories. Again, this is just something that I want to go in and just talk about, how these conversations with you, you know, I want to take it back to the old camp out days, you know, where people were just getting to know each other, building those relationships, sharing stories, you know, just stuff the sneaker culture needs again. You know, now it's just buying and selling everything, and everything sells out these days, and nobody really just establishes those connections anymore, and it's just all about me and just how much money I can make, and not really, you know, helping out the community as much as it was. So again, this is why I made this channel, to build a little community together and just help us each other out, you know, give feedback and give advice, and just vice versa, just bounce stories off each other and just learn. You know, we're all learning, everybody's learning, you know, I learn every day. So there's people that are way more advanced than I am in this game, but again, you know, I like to sit with people that are more knowledgeable, you know, so I can soak all that up and then share it with you guys. So again, I just want to say thank you for taking your time out and stopping by and hanging out with me. Again, this means a lot to me. So if you have any stories or anything, comment down below and let me know some stories that you'd like to share. Again, run it up with the likes and share this to somebody that's a sneakerhead, or just somebody that loves sneakers like you do and like I do. So again, thank you for coming out, hanging out with me. This is your boy Mike T. Peace and blessings.